Checking on YouTube, it's connecting. And we're live! I unmuted it just long enough to hear myself burp again in the stream. Just to make sure the audio is getting picked up. Because who would want to miss out on that?
No one.
No one.
No one. Oh boy, this is some good content.
There's nothing I can do. I have a disease. And that may sound dramatic, but that's what the doctor calls it, so. It's like, yeah, not being able to walk, having all your bones twisted, that's a disease. Puking in your mouth, yeah, I guess that's a disease. Burping too much, vomiting in your mouth after eating.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I guess I just have lots of diseases.
Yeah, we all do. So let's just chat a little bit before we get started, because, no one's here.
No one.
And, we'll get started even if no one is in 10 minutes, but... I just remember you were talking about storms.
Storms,
And I remember being a kid and thinking about how cool storms were. Everything's like green and stuff. It's raining, and I lived in the South, and there was just like crazy storms all the time. One day, though, I don't know what happened, but the front door and back door opened up, and there was just like the heaviest rain ever, just like flying into the kitchen.
Oh no!
And in the entryway of the house.
Oh no!
And it was like,
yeah, I think
so it was like a no moon kind of night, really thick clouds, and just like you can't see anything except for when the lightning flashes, and all you hear is.
That's really ominous. I would think that was it.
I was like, this is when the ghost comes. Or the demon rises from the earth.
You see R.L. Stein approach you.
Mr. Skin, that's a really rude thing to say. Uncle Grandpa sucks ass.
Uncle Grandpa?
I tried all them cartoons and they all suck ass. I wish cartoons were still good, because I still like cartoons.
Yeah, me too.
How you doing, Mick?
Hey, Mick.
Brittany's here.
I'm here.
Is she audible? Can she be heard?
Hello?
Now we wait.
Yeah, I think we had to replace one of our storm doors once because the wind kind of ripped it off. Broke the glass.
It's pretty extreme.
I've always liked storms, though. Unless they're destructive.
Nick says he never watched Uncle Grandpa and never will. There's no reason to.
Yeah, I've never seen Uncle Grandpa.
It's dumb. It's trash. Kill me. Mick, can you hear Brittany, though? Gotta know. We need to know.
Maybe he's intentionally not hearing me. Sound of women talking.
Unfortunately,
Gross.
yeah, he says. Sorry. Alright, Brittany, let's look at some brushes now.
Ooh,
Oh
brushes.
shit. The settings haven't reset.
Hmm.
And I don't know how to get the thing back for brushes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to check out some preferences and see if I can reset the layout. Why don't all paint programs do that? It's like, Click this button to ruin the layout. Click this button to close out of something you're currently using. The only way to fix it is to go through settings in a huge menu and reset the whole thing.
I don't know. Everything's awful.
Yeah. Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that the vibes we're getting today?
No. Well, it is a trauma dump.
Yeah. This would have been a good time to ask Michael. Sorry. This would have been a good time to ask him about his grandma's cooking, but we've already been through that in one video.
Yeah. Said you should take that paint program bit to an open mic night.
I know what he said. Reset all settings. Yes, please. Yay!
Yay! Full disclaimer, as you all know, I am a traditional artist. I do not do digital art, so I don't know how well this is going to translate into helping you here today. Yeah, probably not well.
Here's the brushes.
I'm a round brush girly when it comes to painting.
I mean, I'm scared of the other kinds of brushes. This one kind of tracks your direction, actually. Nifty.
I don't really switch between paintbrushes when I paint like most artists do.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of just like... It just gives you texture without having to add it in later.
Yeah.
But really, with any style brush, right, you could just... You could be like, ooh... It's like, oh, let's say I want like a line look on it, and then you just like go like this. And there's like a line look. Obviously, this looks like shit. But you get what I mean, right? You can hand texture things. What about this wacky one? Ooh. That's the thing about these kinds of brushes, though.
It's like a squeegee.
In a digital setting, is that they don't change enough.
Yeah.
It's like these strokes are obviously identical. It looks stupid. So I'll probably just, like I said, probably just do the one on the round brushes and keep it simple, but might as well play around a little bit.
I like that one. It's cool.
What's these purple ones do? It's like
so many of them look so similar.
Yeah.
I like the rough edges. Those have.
This one creates Dippin' Dots. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with like a normal ass brush. Keep it simple. Alright. So, the last time you saw Brittany, I was practicing with that two-tone. Just like getting the idea out of like shape, And like using contrasting colors to create imagery rather than lines.
Yeah, that's a good way to start.
Is there anything else I could do while I'm doing that?
I mean, that's a really typical approach for an underpainting.
Underpainting?
Just to kind of shape things out in
and then do
black
it.
and white, even. just to give yourself a sense of light and dark tonal shifts.
The wind blew in art school, and I saw my grandma's underpainting. This is a world where we're all paintings, by the way. That's the lore. Alright, well, we'll start with that. Obviously, you gotta think of something to do. I can't ask Mick because he'll tell me something really complicated and hard, and then I'll feel challenged to do that thing, and then I'll be like, I hate painting. I hate it. So instead, I'm just gonna pick some cool colors real fast. I had an idea. It's like foresty green. There's a way to add extra pages to the scene. How do I do that? Ah, shit. I didn't mean to open this thing. I hate this thing. There's no obvious way to close it.
Strange.
If I click one, it goes away, but I don't want to use these tools. God damn it. Window, workspace. New workspace. I don't know what this is. I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Let's see if I can look it up real fast.
I feel like Bob Ross right now.
In what regards? You've told me one thing to do.
I don't know. Just, everyone's very expectant.
No one's expecting.
Looking towards me.
Nick is here. I'm
the painting guru. And I have a little squirrel on my shoulder.
Shoulder?
Shoulder. I have a disease.
Create on multiple canvas. Nah. Would be a good idea though. Right. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna colors, and I'm gonna do like beep, 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 beep. And I had a really good idea for colors, but now I don't remember no more.
Get that palette, you can do it.
I wanted like a forest kind of look. But I'm just not sure what the other color was. I mean, yellow would be fine. Could have this golden yellow. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, this looks like my high school colors. But I do like them when I separate it from that memory.
Cancelled! Maybe I'll be like a pukey green.
It's not so pukey. I like it.
It's better than I thought it would be. Yeah, I'll just draw like a forest or something.
Okay.
So I will make this the dominating color. Oh, wait. I drew it on a different layer. How the hell did that even happen?
I don't know.
Where's the bucket? Here's the bucket. Alright, I got this. Alright, so set this roll big. Let's get kind of
Horizon line established.
uh-huh. You know what? It looks like old Game Boy colors.
It does.
Not quite what I was going for, but I'm fine with it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Got an idea.
Wow.
The worst part about painting is that it's just like looks like fucking dog shit
Until it's good.
until it's good.
Yeah.
I'm doing this wrong. I'm trying to make a waterfall. But I'm like, I have two colors to work with. How do I separate this waterfall? I'll just fucking go like this. But that doesn't look like it. I'm also struggling to think of the physical dimensions of the waterfall.
Yeah. Are you gonna have like a rocky area that it's coming out of?
Yes!
You know, I'm a visual person. I need to have references. I'm not good at just drawing things out of my head.
Me either. No. I kind of am, kind of not.
Yeah, you're good at it. You're way better than I am.
J.P. Wentworth.
Yes.
I hate that I can, like, imagine that
Hear it?
commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
Good job, Mick. Now that's a waterfall. Yeah. I'm seeing it. Seeing your vision. Mick, what are you going to do with your lump sum of cash?
Lump sum. I know what I would do with it.
What?
I would buy a bunch of trailer parks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd create American Trailer Park Boys.
Nice. Splash.
I
Look at
think
it go. Look at it splashing.
painting's stupid and I don't like it.
I think we might have to inverse these colors.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like it would make more sense with a dark background.
Now you tell me. Now you fucking tell me. How am I gonna do that, Brittany?
I don't know.
That's right. You don't know. Well, we'll give it a try. All we can do is use the color thingy. Select that. Use the bucket tool. Fill whole selection. Bam. Select. Invert. Hide this layer. Get that. Unhide the layer. Speech. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it works better for the waterfall.
Yeah. Sure. Brittany, did I ever tell you about the time that I had an accident on Halloween?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I accidentally stabbed a guy 6 times. And
Oh,
stole
no.
his wallet on Halloween night. Yeah.
Wow.
Felt real bad. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do all that.
I'm sure he forgave you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a misunderstanding.
Just a big oopsie.
Halloween shenanigans. It will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah.
No, but what really happened is, it was like, not the last trick-or-treating I ever did, but I was getting a little older, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't even remember what I went as. Probably some stupid thing like Zorro, even though I'd never even seen the movie.
Were you Zorro every year? Felt like you were.
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to go as anything scary because my parents are hyper-Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So Halloween kind of sucked for me in that regard.
Sorry.
But, probably went to Zorro. And, I don't know what happened that night. I can't remember eating anything particularly bad. But it wasn't even about that, because it wasn't that I had an accident. It was that I had to make a decision. So I had to make a very difficult decision. And that decision was, I knew, right? I knew that I was going to shit. I had to somewhere, right? It couldn't be stopped. There was nothing I could do. And my options were do it in my pants or put my thinking cap on and solve this problem.
Mm-hmm. I hope you at least considered the second option.
I did consider the second option. I went with the second option.
Good.
You think it's good, but I'll tell you what I did.
Oh.
So, this is a neighborhood. And neighborhoods have like yards and gardens and so on. And there's like it's night. It's hard to see some stuff. And there was a dark bush. And I ran over to the dark bush, uh, I became pantsless Zorro. And, not to get too gruesome about the details, but it was just like. It was just like so loud, just like the loudest splashing noise. I'm like
No.
trying to, really hoping no one sees this or knows that this is happening, and it's just like really not covert sounding at all.
You wish there was a roar of a waterfall that
Uh-huh.
night.
And so I'm like, that happens. My friend, he's like, I just hear him like 20 feet away just saying, "Oh my god." Just like, really just being like, that's awful. That sounds horrible. And so, first off, that happens. It's bad. And, immediately the smells is everywhere. Because you don't think about it, but the water in the toilet really conceals
Yeah.
the stink.
Mm-hmm.
And, there was no water in that bush. So,
No.
what ended up, uh, whatever. So that was gross and awful, right? And it's like, oh, thank goodness I didn't shit my pants.
Uh-huh.
And then the reality hit me. It's not like I have any fucking toilet paper over here.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
So what do?
Leaves?
There's no leaves nearby.
Oh, there's
I'm
a
at
bush.
a bush. Yeah, a bush with leaves the size of like a quarter.
Yeah, okay.
It's like one of those really dense bushes. That's why it hid me so well. That's why it would hide a shitting child.
Do you use the bush?
No, I don't use anything. There's
Mm.
nothing to do. I can't go and find new leaves because people will see me. And so I do the only thing I can do. I'm like, we're going back home. You know, the battle was won, but the war was completely lost,
Mm-hmm.
and Halloween was ruined.
I'm sorry. That's a horrible way to end Halloween celebrations.
And then I asked my mom if I could go stay the night at his house, and she's like, "No, you pooped your pants." I'm like, "But it's not like I was sick. It just happened because there was no option. I was out for hours,
Mm-hmm.
miles away from home." Sucked.
I'm sorry.
That's not the worst time that I've been disappointed by my parents just being like, "No, you can't go because for some arbitrary decision we made in this very moment."
Mm-hmm.
The worst one was I had like a birthday, right? And I was like, "Can I sleep over at my friend's house?" And my mom was like, "Yeah." And then my dad's like, "Everyone, we're going to church tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't gone
No.
to church in like 5 years. And we go to church and then we never go back again. So it's as if he plotted specifically
Mm-hmm.
to go to church on the day of my birthday to piss me off and not let me have a
Oh.
sleepover.
Mm. I'm sorry.
I don't know, these are like rock spots or something.
Rock spots, yeah.
I'm not good at this, but that's kind of the point of doing it. I guess. These are supposed to be like craggy rocks, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it comes off that way or. I'm trying to stray away from lines, you know. And they're kind of lines, but if you do this, you can argue that they're kind of not lines.
Oh.
It's like a webby shape.
Mm-hmm.
They're certainly not outlines, and
No.
that's kind of what they talk about when they're like, don't draw lines while you learn to paint. This is about shape, contrast.
Yes, yes.
Being a fucking pretentious bitch.
Yeah.
Guys, art is stupid. The only
No.
people who like
Stop.
art are artists, and it's just because if they didn't like other artist art, they would feel bad because they'd be like, oh yeah, art is dumb. Art sucks. There's no point in this. You could have been an honorable coal miner, but you decided to be an artist. You could have provided power for the wonderful country you live in.
Right. I could have black lung right
You
now.
could have black lung, a symbol of great honor. And you chose to waste your fucking time going out selling prints. Or that's what I need. Prints, not fucking coal for my coal oven at home.
Now's the time for me to plug the farmer's market, right?
Not coal for my coal powered car.
Cold car.
Or my coal powered shit. Coal powered computer. Coal powered PC.
We have those here. Don't you make fun of us.
Surfing
This
the
is
web.
Appalachia. Everything's powered by coal.
Mm. Kind of looks like fungus now. I would pretend that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So is this the worst painting you've ever seen, Brittany?
No.
I felt hesitant in there somewhere.
No. You've already put more effort into some paintings I've seen.
Are you saying I'm not putting effort in this one?
No, I'm saying you've already put in more effort than other paintings I've seen.
Also, what you're saying is I'm the best artist you've ever seen.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Brittany, tell everyone about your experiences in the farmer's market while I pull out soda out of the freezer.
I don't know. Farmers market starts next month and it goes through fall, and it's not just for like produce and things, but it's just kind of open to anyone who has like a small business or crafts and artists and stuff. And I sell prints and stickers, and I don't necessarily make a ton of money or anything, but there's a nice sense of community. People are very nice and supportive. And I end up shopping way too much myself and spending money on coffee.
My drink is turning into slush!
No!
Alright. Spending money on coffee? That is how the farmer's market works, yeah.
Yeah, I end up spending probably too much compared to how much I'm making, which isn't a lot most of the time.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, but those $5 specialty coffees. Yeah, they have a mobile coffee truck, and it's super good. And I don't know what their secret is to making coffee that good.
I wouldn't be
They
able
have
to
a lot
stop
of
myself either.
fun flavors.
Like baseball flavor, maybe some ping pong.
Yeah, they have one that tastes like an orange dreamsicle. And they do this green caramel apple in the fall that tastes like those suckers. That one's lots of fun. And I like a brown butter.
Brownie butter.
It's like brown cinnamon and butter. It just has like a warm, rich flavor.
I love, when it comes to coffee, the best coffee I've ever had is Turkish coffee. And it's somewhere in between drinking just like delicious sweet drink and putting a silly straw into the La Brea tar pits, slurping it up. And I'm all about it. Good as hell. Mick, are you still around?
Silly straw.
Mick, are you even here? Did you die? If you died, would you tell us?
Nah, he is lying.
Lying about what?
About him being dead, for one thing.
Better be that, because you know I fucking love that Turkish coffee.
I want a picture of someone with a silly straw in the La Brea tar pits.
Mick,
That's
do you
where
remember?
I'm going to be entombed.
Yes. Why is that a lie? What are you talking about? I need answers, motherfucker. Do not hate Turkish coffee. Alright, he's just spreading misinformation. Mick, do you remember going to the hookah lounges? And like the first time you went there it was great, and the next time you went there it was awful?
Is there a great big caterpillar there?
Yes. You know, I think there was. Now that you mention it. And the image really gets lost in all this madness.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to have some more distinction between things. More clear-cut contrast.
Well, I'm creating more detail.
You are.
It's helping.
It's coming together. I like this tree bark texture.
I kind of fucking hate it, personally. First, Mr. Skin, the first time we went, our server was the cutie named Ashley, and we were vibing.
Yeah, it all comes down to if the servers are cute or not.
For him, yes. But I will say that the next time we went, right, Mick, the woman, like, basically ignored us to go over to some, like, other dudes and hang out with them. And, like, wouldn't even, like, let us order anything after getting us the shisha.
How dare she?
And I think something was up. No, but I'm talking about the time that we went and you said it sucked. and that one was a bitch to us. I don't care about the time that I wasn't there. Unless you want to tell that story. I am kidding, by the way. I do want. Second time we went, you were actually with Colin or someone else. I remember you telling me about her.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what? It was with, I don't want to say her name. But it was with that other person. Mick. You're right.
Was Mick not there with you that time?
I guess not.
Hmm.
Every one of you is interchangeable except for Brittany. Sorry.
Dang.
I didn't go the second time you went, but the second time you and I went, the waitress was weird, but she wasn't exactly bad. Okay. Tell about the story of taking a girl out to the hookah lounge. You really like I don't know how to say it without sounding like a bro. I don't know. Alright, here's the realistic way of putting it. Mick saw a pretty lady and he said, "Hey, you wanna go on a date?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
Confidence. Strength.
Strength.
Large pubes. Wally's thinking about how to word that or whatever.
Large pubes. So hilarious and awful.
I should create like a fake campaign where it's just like real men have massive pubes. I don't think Mick's gonna tell the story.
I don't think so either.
I'll tell a little aspect about it that I feel embarrassed by for myself.
Okay.
Mick wanted me to find out, or maybe it was just my idea. I don't know. Oh no.
Oh, we got a story incoming. You want me to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay. Well, what happened was I'd seen this barista near where Ghosty lived and thought she was foine. Went back to see Ghosty like 2 months later and saw her again, and she noticed I had shaved and said it looked really good. And I was like, "Oh, it's sweet she remembers since it's been like 2 months." You shaved your large pubes.
Honestly, I'm like 50% less attracted to you, but I'll still approach you. But you better know I'm waiting for them pubes to grow back.
We're ruining the story so hard.
Uh-huh. Is that the end of the story?
Yeah, that's the story. I assume he's typing.
It's hard to tell because unlike a messenger or something, it'll be like, oh yeah, they're typing. You can see they're typing, and you feel the anticipation. But this is like, what if he just decided to take like a big, long, like 10-minute pee? You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We'd be waiting here for nothing.
It could be another 2 months before we notice his haircut. So I started thinking about potential avenues for being a hoe. know if you immediately had to jump to that, but okay. I remembered her and the way she remembered me, and that I had shaved. This is really getting somewhere fast. But she lived in a place Ghosty used to live, which was like an hour away. Darn.
Yeah, it was far. Come on, you're gonna throw me under the bus for this?
Ghosty comes in.
I already have my rebuttal in mind.
Tell your part of the story, Ghosty-chan.
Well, firstly, I want to say that he asked me to not talk him up to her, but just deliver a message to her, right? And I just very firmly believed, right, that would have been cringe and weird and not gone over well. You don't have your friends talk to ladies for you.
Yeah, I had a guy do that to me. He started asking me a bunch of questions about one of my friends because he was interested in her, and I was like, why don't you just go talk to her?
It's like, I understand Mick's situation. You know, he's not around. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think it was a good idea. I didn't think it would benefit anyone to do it. And it sure would have made me feel sick to my stomach having that conversation with this stranger.
Wasn't ideal, but the distance was less ideal.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But look, you did it yourself. Quite a while later, but you did it yourself, and it turned out pretty alright.
I promised him Greek food in exchange for doing it. Oh.
Yeah, that probably would have been pretty good, honestly. Still, though, I also I don't remember if he asked me to do this or if I just did this, but we were trying to find out the times that she worked, and so I just called Walmart and was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm trying to say thanks to this lady for really good service. Could you tell me what time she's around so I can thank her for her service?" I'm like, yeah, she'll be around. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would have gave out that information.
Yeah, they probably thought
sounds
I was
a little creepy.
No, it was a bad move.
Stalkerish. Oh god, I didn't know that.
You say that, but I was in the room with you, so I think you just don't remember. Because I remember you telling me that was a really bad move on my part, which it was. You got some little flowery looking things. Try this. Scaling down.
If I had gone to see you, I would have just asked her already.
Yeah.
Calling idea would have left the chopping board if I was there. LOL.
I don't believe that's the case, man. I really think you were there. But I think I just didn't tell you what I was doing.
Mm.
I was, like, I have an idea or something like that.
But how was date?
Yes, that's
How
the
did
most
it go?
important part. Really lingering on things that don't matter.
Uh-huh. So is this like a two-tiered waterfall?
Uh,
Like it comes down, and then there's sort of like the
yeah, it's like
plateau
a
where it goes
pond.
straight across, and then it comes down a second time. What's the thing you got going on up at the top there?
This is flat. This is the top of the waterfall.
Okay.
It comes over the edge and then forms a pond at the bottom.
Okay. Would you not just see the sky at the top, though?
I mean, it depends on the angle, the view angle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be from like slightly above, looking down
Okay.
at the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to say to me right now?
Oh,
Are you saying that doesn't work from this perspective somehow?
I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit confusing. Because you can see it going all the way across, where it's like a level at the top and then the waterfall spills over. So why does the waterfall like extend up to the top in the center?
I'm just I don't even know what you mean by that. I'm gonna switch to line mode. Right.
It's crazy. Britt was supposed to be teaching you, but all I'm hearing is they're completely trashing you on all your hard work.
This is the waterfall on top. This is the ledge of the mountain.
Okay.
The water bends down over the ledge of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this is the flat of the waterfall. This is the waterfall going down the side.
Yeah.
It forms a puddle here.
Right. No, I get that.
It's
Just
an
usually you can't see
semi-aerial
it.
view where you can see the like grass area right here on either
Yeah.
side.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if it just wasn't as wide at the top, so it read more in perspective or something. Told you all about the date in quick summary. Y'all didn't even see it. All you said was, I went to be a hoe, but instead decided to be a respectful loser. Being respectful is not a loser thing to do.
Yeah, that wasn't really much anything. That was more like... It's like, what is the movie Airplane about? Oh, there's a guy in an airplane. Yeah, if you did, it didn't send, man. I got some Señorial Sangria soda. It's pretty good. We didn't want a synopsis. We wanted you to tell us if you like told a funny joke, and she fluttered her eyelashes at you. You know, we wanted details.
I'm here for the hot goss.
But you know, these are rocks, Brittany.
Okay.
And it is tapering. Should it taper more?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, that's good. Where you have the black lines, that's good.
I
think maybe just make it a little bit more distinct between the water and the rocks there, and it'll look fine.
It's a process.
I thought it was like frothy, foamy edges or something.
Nay. What's wild? What I said about airplane?
I think what you're drinking.
You gotta remember that the delay, I don't know what you're referencing. Because this isn't a strictly back and forth conversation. Brittany, go.
She told me she had a BF and she wanted to be faithful, so I chose to kind of respect that, but she kept talking about kissing me and going back to her place. She put her legs on my lap. I squeezed a cheek. Yeah, I don't know why she was going out with you in the first place. Seems like a weird situation that I wouldn't want to be in.
I mean, she's already basically being unfaithful right now.
Yeah, she might as well be single. She's gonna act like that. It's weird to bring up the boyfriend and say you want to be faithful when you clearly don't.
Yeah, that's just like this code for, oh, but I could be pushed to change my mind. Oh, but please don't. It is still better to just steer clear of that kind of thing, but it is
I guess I just don't trust those
situation.
kind of people in relationships. It's like, I don't want to be with this person because they clearly don't respect relationships.
No. Mick says he
made the right call, Mick.
Yeah, no.
Didn't want to do the other guy like that.
It would be an exciting experience, but it's not like it would be meaningful in any way, right?
Right.
She's just some random person you met.
Say they have a boyfriend and they do heavy, intense sexual flirting, saying they have a partner as a bare minimum, and in doing so they can dilute some of the accountability or something. I think this is really starting to come together.
I think it's garbage and I fucking hate it.
I suck at teaching painting.
No.
This is why I've never taught a studio class.
What are you talking about? I've never painted before, that's why it looks like shit. It doesn't matter what you tell me.
Yeah, but I feel like, I've made paintings before. It doesn't mean that I can teach someone to do it based on my own process.
Well, not. It's like your classes, right?
Hmm.
Are you teaching them how to paint, or are you giving them the information and demonstrations necessary to figure it out themselves?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, but I teach more of like just an art appreciation, art history type class where we talk about like basic elements of art and media and stuff. And analysis. How do you look like those things?
You gotta read the chat.
This person says, to be fair, Bert, you haven't done any teaching. Because I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, I'm just letting you do your thing. It's fine. Some people at work say I look racist and homophobic, which makes me feel like a real macho guy. Great.
I think you play Disco Elysium too much inside it with that big bald guy at the beginning of the game. I'm not homophobic though.
IDK, why they say I look like I am. What's the look of being
Also,
homophobic?
not to grill you or nothing, but I don't know if I believe that. Maybe they're right. You know
What?
what? Yeah, you're just kind of a generalized bigot archetype. Sorry, man.
Don't believe what? Just a second.
Mick, are you still rocking the shaved head?
I mean, I think a shaved head can give off a certain type of look, but it also doesn't have to mean anything. Lots of people have shaved heads.
Well, yeah, but people are presumptuous. If people weren't presumptuous, racism wouldn't even exist. This painting is shit.
No.
Why'd you take me to paint like a dumbass? Why'd you do me like this?
think the more definition you give it, the more it comes together. You just have to make sure everything's, kind of distinct and work with the contrast.
Right.
Nah, I like shaving it, but I got lazy for like 3 months and it grew back. And when I went to Great Clips to get it shaved again, they didn't recognize me and said not to shave it again because it looks good. But I felt powerful with a shaved head.
I don't understand the powerful aspect.
I don't either.
You know what?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. I said it, but then I'm like, well, let me think about this.
It's kind of nice to not have to worry about your hair.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Shaved. I don't know. I know when like women shave their hair, it's very empowering because they're doing a thing just for themselves.
Right.
And most men are very much like, women have to have hair to look pretty. So it's a power move. I guess it might be like that for men too.
Brittany's gonna shave her head and I'll be like, oh, you look real good, babe.
No, I would never shave my head because I know it would not look good on me. And I might go bald first.
No. Shit.
I'll just get a wig, I guess.
You can have
Like
what's
everyone
left of
was
mine.
so much more submissive to me in my presence. I don't like where this is going.
Is that true? Did all the betas give you the beta male smile, show their teeth to acknowledge your dominance?
I feel like these lines are a little confusing.
Me
visually.
too.
I don't know. The more you add, it looked better.
Too freaking bad. God damn it, what the hell? No, it would be the opposite. Be like...
What if you just have an absence of line there?
I guess.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to define it because it's like big foam spray.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. I don't trust it.
To be honest, though, I think the reason I felt that way was because I had long hair that I hated for years, and I shaved my head, and I liked how it looked a lot more, and I realized I got treated differently. So I think it just comes down to me feeling more confident with really short hair and less hair maintenance.
Why in
That makes
God's
sense.
name do you dislike your hair? You're such a fucking privileged piece of shit. That's the power you're talking about, though, to be honest.
Privilege power.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what happened. He shaved his head, he looked in the mirror, He swung around his wrist and said, "You talking to me? Are you talking to me?"
Uh, but I did
There's
feel
nobody
like a
else here.
psychomaniac when I first shaved.
I kind of want. I don't want a gun, but I want something to like flick out of my sleeve when I move my arm.
A slingshot.
Slingshot.
Bubble wand.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
A fedora.
Oh no. I had long hair. I thought I'd look like a baby if I shaved it. But actually, it made me look 20 years older. And that's a good thing for you? Oh, guys, it's storming. My internet might go out.
Womp womp.
Grass.
Grass.
This painting is pretty good.
No. Sorry, that's wrong. This
Being
painting
too
sucks.
hard on yourself.
No, this painting's trash. Only an idiot would make a painting like this. Does this look better or worse?
With the lines?
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm not feeling
I
it.
like it. I see what you're going for. It does make it look a little bit more rock-like. Distinguishes in between them.
I'm just not sure.
I think I liked it.
I'm just trying to get away from lines, damn it.
Yeah, the other thing is I have a hard time weighing in because I just don't approach art in this way.
The stupid way.
Yeah, I use lines. I have to have like a very detailed sketch.
Not into it, not doing it. No separation. Final decision. Think anyone's ever experienced Bob Ross? Just like, like the one moment he expelled all the rage within his soul before becoming the person we know.
Yeah. Wasn't he like a drill sergeant before
He
he became...
was.
TV personality Bob Ross,
Yes.
and he hated himself, and he's like, I'm never going to yell again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to hear the last yell, that final moment before he's like, I'll never do this again.
Mm-hmm. Are you stating that as something you also knew? Or are you asking?
Are you talking to Mick?
Yeah.
I think he's saying it.
Yeah. Is this a well-known Bob Ross fact?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Came in here with your little tidbit. Trying to impress the class. Get a life.
It's probably what they think every day. I know that. Wow. Yeah, apparently it's not that impressive to know. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not. I've never kidded about nothing in my whole life.
Britt thinks she's the only one with tidbits. I'm the only one with timbits.
Big bits.
I like these rocks you're making.
Don't say you like any of this. You're all peeving me off with these bullshit compliments. You think just because you're nice to me you can get access to Daddy's millions? Get real. Sangria is a good drink. I like it a lot. As a soda or an actual wine.
Wow.
I have a random question. Have any of you ever had the experience of eating, not like as a meal, but just trying a household pet's food?
No. Never once been tempted.
Not once. Not a single time.
Maybe those bacon strips or the pepperoni, but
I've had both of
Didn't
those
even-
things.
I didn't even try those. Cat food's really nasty. It usually smells awful.
Yeah, no, that's not something I would give a chance to. I'm talking about just something that's like really processed.
Well,
You're
like-
like, well, we've got to find out what's going on.
No,
I've done it.
never tried any of it. I just recognize that this isn't for me.
But the thing I realized in snacking on all these dog treats is that they're like entirely flavorless, and I don't know if the dog can perceive some flavor that I'm not perceiving. But I kind of feel like they just don't taste like anything, and dogs would eat literal garbage because they will and do.
Yeah. Well, it's something dogs do, so maybe. Mick hasn't yet weighed in.
What more is there to do? Certainly busy.
It is busy. Maybe if you make it a little bit more distinct with the outlines of the trees against the stone in the ground.
Kind of like the mushroomy look they have.
Yeah.
Oh well. I have only 2 tones to work with. Anything I do will take away from that.
Like where the no, you don't have to do that. Where the rock wall kind of intersects, you can just add a contrasting line.
What do you mean? Like on the wall? Like this?
Just around the outline of the tree, like yeah, right there.
That's dumb. You're bad at this.
Okay.
No. Let's give it a try. Let's see how it looks.
Say what needs saying when the saying is needed.
It's the worst phrase ever.
You're gonna see that on plaques right
bet.
next to the Live, Laugh, Love.
Uh-huh. Thoughts, comments, criticisms? I'm sure you're full of
those.
Here's something I wanted to do. Just a thought that came to my mind.
Are those the lily pads?
No. No. They're Pac-Man. Oh yeah, they're lily pads. Except for this. This is a log. Or a Swiss Miss roll.
Dropped my Swiss Miss roll into the waterfall. Sorry, I didn't mean to compare your cowboy line to Live, Laugh, Love.
I did.
Just like, my mom has one of those signs that says, it is what it is, and that's all it is, or something.
I don't know how, but my drink flew in my nose. Like splashed it on my front lip and it flew into my nose. Mick, have gun will travel? I want you to describe the episode where there's the girl that he makes into a lady. If you can remember it. If you could do that for me, Mick. You don't have to if you can't remember it or don't feel like it.
To be fair, I have cowboy energy.
Mom
sign. Have mom sign energy.
Alright, Brittany, what now? Paladin, yes. Michael wants to talk about Paladin.
I don't know. On the right side, where your rock lines get a little bit loose, fast and loose. It's a little bit visually complicated there. Overall, I like it. I think it's nice.
I guess I could just
To be honest, I can't remember that episode. Paladin is a cool ass character.
No, this isn't supposed to look like this. This was left over from like an early setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe just... Yeah, you might not even need anything there at all. Because you have so much going on with the trees.
Yeah. Did you need money or did you need... He sold the box set. He sold the Paladin box set. Why would you ever do that? Alright, thoughts, opinions.
I like him.
Cool. Mick, thoughts, opinions. Also, he says, have you shown me Stand By Me?
Stand By Me. No, we haven't watched Stand By Me. Are you interested in watching Stand By Me?
So here's how I'll put it. It sounds boring, but people wouldn't watch it if it was, so there must be something to it I don't understand. Which is probably just that it's really well developed, like, characters or something.
Mm-hmm.
Painting sucks ass, Mick.
It's not what he said. Painting isn't bad. I like Stand By Me. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It has kind of similar vibes to River's Edge.
Okay.
With a younger group of kids.
So it's like the little brother character, but he's all the characters.
Yeah.
He's robbing Dennis Hopper and drinking beer. Alright, well, since the painting, quote unquote, is done, still just learning piece. I really wouldn't feel good uploading this anywhere.
You don't have to.
But yeah, that's it for that. What else do we do? Could mess with the character AI again. Mick, do you want to do character AI? He probably does. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll respond in that time, I'm sure.
Maybe. I heard about your previous shenanigans with character AI. Yes. Who you want to call up?
Alright, boils and ghouls. Mick declares it, so it shall be. It is time for, fucking brain can't even think of it. Character eye! Time for character eye! Right. I don't know if it lags the stream or not. I try and not use Chrome because it wastes a lot of processing power and internet. But we'll see how it goes.
Who are we gonna call?
I don't know.
I asked Mick, but he hasn't responded.
Alright. So we got Grandma. That was stupid. That was bullshit. Has it been a black screen the whole time?
Yeah.
Whoops, I meant to keep the Krita open so there's at least something to look at. Whoops. Okay. I don't know. Alright. Well, thanks for being there, Mick, if you are.
Thank you.
I understand that you probably feel a little disappointed that I didn't take any of your suggestions, but I just don't think most of them are necessarily good ideas for the circumstance. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Thanks to whoever watches this, if anyone ever watches this ever in their entire lives. Thanks for being here, Brittany, and teaching me how to paint, teaching me how to use the brushes, and you know all the tips and tricks.
Yes, I certainly did all those things.
I'm a changed man. I'm a painter now.
Good paint. Great paint.
Thanks, Mick. Until next time.
See you, Mick.